right. Hello.
All right, who's here?
Let's see who's here. We got June, we have Glenn, and us right now.
Good morning, afternoon, evening. And is that...
We have Ron from Garage Aquatics here with us. And that's David. You know David, he's Elfish Tanks.
Yeah. Well, we've never actually seen face-to-face. How you doing?
Good, Ron. How are you?
Fantastic,
Nice.
thanks. And then M. Myers, is that also David?
No, he is Myers.
Yeah.
Mike Myers. No, Mike is actually Jeffrey.
Oh, is that okay? Good, thank you.
From Belgium.
And then we have Stubbs Aquatics. That's Chris from Canada. Hello, Chris.
Right.
We've got a little different kind of show today.
Who does Shabunkin goldfish, those things?
He does Shabunkin goldfish and koi.
Stubunkins. I thought you guys sorted that out a couple months ago.
And he
Coined his own name, Stubunkins.
Yes, that's Stubunkins.
Yeah.
And he has a little problem with barbs too. So he's got a little bit of an addiction with barbs. So, but you'll see that. You'll see that. We'll have him on show us Barb City sometime when he's at River. Hello there. There is Jeffrey. How you doing, Jeff?
Hello, Jeffrey. Nice meeting you.
So, well, it's going to be kind of maybe a boring show today. I'm going to be painting a tank, and you guys are going to be having a conversation, if you don't mind, and talk about whatever you want. I don't mean to put you on the spot like that, but
you already did.
I just did that. If you don't mind, you can talk about because Ron's going to be a vendor in the auction, and you're going to be a vendor in the auction. So why don't you guys talk about that kind of stuff if you want?
Well, I just got back from the post office. How's that? And he asked me. I just got back from the post office, and he asked me if you'd received your package yet. So you remembered when I brought it in Monday. So I'm a little bummed you haven't gotten it yet.
I'm gonna go check the porch just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, all right.
Because they can be wrong. I checked it last night, and they said it was going to be Thursday, but I didn't look at the porch. So let me do that. I'll be right back.
Where are you at, Ron?
I am in Palm Desert, California.
Oh,
outside of Palm Springs, just west of Palm Springs, or east of Palm Springs.
Can you usually get stuff across the country in 2 days?
Probably not. I use the priority box.
Yep.
But it's the small one, so it's not flat rate. Right. You said 2 days to Lansing. So where are you at?
Yeah, I'm in northern Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've sent 2 packages to Jeff. Jeff is not really that far from me.
Right.
But that's 2 days. I've gone to the Bronx in 2 days.
Yeah.
Which is not that far. But it looks like a shipment to Jeff Kane in Wisconsin is going to be 3 days.
Wow. Yeah.
June's shipment was 3 days, I believe.
Yeah.
She's in California, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. I shipped plants. I've been shipping plants for the last 2-3 months now, and 8 days to New Jersey. I shipped guppy grass. Wow. The first time I had a problem. It looked like the guy said it looked like cooked spinach, so I just took care of it.
So,
yeah.
How are you packing your plants?
In plastic fish bags, a little bit of water, seal them, wrap them in paper, for a little bit of insulation. So it's tight in the box filled with paper, and then in a 5x5x5 cube or 6x6 cube.
I had sent a couple out before. I put them in a Ziploc bag with 2 wet paper towels in there and send them out.
Yeah, I just received some from a young lady in Dickinson, Texas. It was hydrocotyle. It's the Brazilian pennywort, and she shipped them in a Ziploc bag, wrapped a little wet paper towel around them, and then stuck them in a little cardboard box, and that went in one of the plastic shipping bags. And the box was crushed, and by the time I got it, the box was completely saturated. The plants were okay, but I won't ship in Ziplocs because they don't hold water.
Yeah, it hasn't arrived.
That's why. Yeah,
I went out and looked around a little bit too, just in case you might have set it in front of the garage.
Yeah. And, did you say, David, the last thing you said?
Right.
I just said that I don't water.
Oh, you're gone. I can't hear you. You went.
Am I back? Hello?
No,
You're back. Yeah, you're back. Yep.
That's good. Yeah.
Jeff can hear me. Ron can't hear me.
I can now.
Oh,
The
okay.
last thing you said just
Yes.
went away.
Loud and clear. We have some
That
people
was-
join since I've been upstairs. I don't know. Are you guys able to see the chat at all?
Yeah, I did just open it up. Gil's Fish Room is here.
Oh yeah, Gil.
Green Machine.
Is this? Yeah,
Pete's here.
That's Magnus. Magnus is Green Machine.
Name still. Yeah, Gil. Yeah, Gil from Australia. Yeah.
Yep. And Magnus is from Sweden.
Gil, you had
Yeah,
Gil
great
on
fan.
not too long ago, Jeff. Yeah.
We have Mr. Fishbert Rob. Hello, mate. Keith,
Hey, Rob.
my good brother from Canada. We got Chris Stubbings, Stubbs Aquatics.
Oh, Keith, yeah,
Jeff,
cool.
you just can't see. You just can't see me?
Oh, because you were gone for a minute, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
you were gone.
I was gone. Yeah, I was
You're back now.
Ron sent me a package, and I checked the tracking. It's supposed to be on Thursday, but he got a message saying that if I got it yet, and so I went up to check, and
Yeah.
it hasn't arrived yet. So,
Yeah, I'm bummed about that.
but it said tomorrow.
What,
So
What are you thinking for? Do you have a plants list that you're putting in there in the auction on Saturday?
No, it was small. It was just what did I put on the chat the other night? What was it? Hornwort and guppy grass. And that's really all I got right now. So,
Okay.
and you should put yours up as well, David, because I tell you something, it's all going to sell.
yeah. I don't sell
all the
stems
plants,
because I
all
can't
the
grow
plants
stems.
you put up, I'm pretty sure will sell.
Well, let
Yeah.
Ron go first then. I'll put some up, but let Ron go first.
It's up to you guys.
No, that's fine.
Okay, all
'Cause,
right.
Ron, are you putting anything else in there?
Well, I had some fish I was going to put up. I had a bunch of mutt guppies, and I sold 2 orders last night. 30
Building.
2 orders at 30 each. And I see Life Lessons Crude. You got a first name?
That's Melvin.
That's Melvin.
Hi, Melvin.
Hi,
And
Melvin.
then I've got a bunch of neon orange male swordtails that a whole big spawn came out all male. I
All
heard
male.
something to do with pH and temperature.
Well, everyone says it's something.
Yeah. Then I've got albino crebensis and species crebensis. And I think that's it.
What are you getting for your mutt guppies? Do you have them listed somewhere?
I've been putting stuff on eBay. So I had the mutt guppies 30 for $29.95, and I sold 2 orders yesterday. We went to Disneyland yesterday, so in the middle of the day I see this order come in on my phone. We sold 2 orders of these things. So I had to fish out 60, 70 guppies because I gave them like 5 extra for each order. So
How many
nice.
how many guppies are you putting in? Or now is it a male and female ratio?
no, it's a mix of males, females, and fry.
And
So-
so you're just scooping, and is it going in
That's
1
scooping.
bag or 2 bags or?
I put 30 fish in a bag, well, 35, and a little piece of that stuff for ammonia control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
And they just went out, so I'm hoping we'll see. And they're going to Massachusetts.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you're going from one side to the other, aren't you?
Yeah, I really can't help it. It's like, I got a question on eBay the other day. Would you do local pickup? I'm right down the street. I said, sure, for the mutt guppies. Never heard back from them, so they might still chime in. So
are you
Well,
going to put mutt
absolutely.
guppies in the auction?
Say it again.
Are you going to put the mutt guppies in the auction? Do you have more?
But if I do, it won't be in here. I got to figure out how to go about that. What a smaller number, still got to get shipping. So
Yeah, I do have about 300 mutt guppies. So
yes, I think I'm slightly less than that. But oh my God, they're like cockroaches.
yeah, they are.
And I do
Whatever
have
you want to put up
Neocaridina.
on the auction, just send me the list. Whatever you want to put on the auction, I don't care if
Okay.
you think it's too much or too little. Just do it. It's fine.
I didn't want to get too many duplicates going.
Yeah, and I've got Neocaridina. I've got a red cherry, Blue Dream and Orange Sunkissed. So I could put.
Doggone it all.
Well, you have those too?
I was going to put a batch of pumpkin orange up. Yeah.
All right, I'll forego the orange. That's not a big deal. But I've got the Blue Dream and the red then.
Okay. My Blue Dream colony is not as big as I want it to be. So.
Another one. Talk about breeding like cockroaches.
Your Blue Dream?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. I started with, I think it was a dozen of those. And inside a month, I had a tank full. They just went nuts. And the orange Sunkissed, I had to do twice. First batch pretty much died out. Second batch just exploded.
Yeah.
And then red cherries I've had for a year and a half now. So.
Yeah, I've had the red cherries for a long time. They are pretty consistent. The orange, I had the same thing with the orange. Right now, I'm struggling to get a batch of yellow going. Yellow golden bag.
I just ordered some green jade. I ordered a double batch and I put them in with brainstorm here. A bunch of Mickey Mouse Platties, some adults. I think there were 5 adults and a bunch of fry. Oh, I'm going to put some Mickey Mouse Platty fry up too, or juveniles. They're about an inch or so. And I think maybe the adults might have taken out some of the shrimp, so I just ordered another double batch and got the adult Mickey Mouse Platties out of there. So.
Yeah, I imagine they would.
Yeah.
And there's Skipper. Hello, Skipper. Welcome in.
Hey, Skipper.
See you, my friend. So I'm going to try and get everything in the description, hopefully tonight or tomorrow at the latest. We got 5-star betas. He's got a list for me, and then his friend Tim, he's got a list. And I know that he's got some things that I might be interested. He's got some White Cloud mountain minnows I might want to get.
Very cool.
And there's going to be a lot
to do outside here.
Yeah, there's going to be some really interesting things that. I'm probably going to do some bidding myself.
Hi, Glenn. Any Corys, you think? Somebody had stir-buys on your last auction?
That was me.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I will probably put some stir-buys on and some more bronze.
All right.
The bronze I'll start probably relatively low. The stir-buys will be starting higher than they started last time.
Right. I've got a bunch of bronze, so I will leave those in the tanks. I haven't started even trying to sell those yet.
Yeah, I probably have about 200 bronze.
Oh, yeah.
Melvin loves Platties. Melvin loves Platties, he said. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool. All right, yeah. Well, I've got these, they were, what do they call them? Orange Sunburst and then straight orange Mickey Mouse Platties. They're all just kind of a mix. I think it's mostly the Sunburst ones.
Yeah, I picked up at the club meeting on Friday, the giveaway, I picked up some Platties. I asked what they were, and he said it was a mix. Did he call them pintail or pin? I can't remember what he called them. Something in red tail. I don't know what he said. But I was just like, well, if it's not a pure strain, then I guess it doesn't matter.
I think I know who I1 is now. That's Steve, I think, over in the UK. Hey, Steve. How you doing? Yeah, he was talking about doing some scats. I was wondering who I1 was, but I know he changes his name quite often. So when he said scat, I knew where he's at.
That's the kind of scat I'm thinking. It's not jazz scat like Louis Armstrong would do it. We're talking scat. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of stir-buy, well, 6, and then they were in a tank with albino crebensis. And I had them for, God, I don't know, 6-8 months, and all of a sudden they just dropped off. I have no idea why. So crebensis were fine. So I want to try them again in a different tank. I love stories.
I've had 2 catastrophes, I would call them. One was my L333s when they just started dropping one every week for 2 months, and I lost them all. And the other one, I did have a tank of stir-buys. I had to grow out a tank, and I had 25 of them in there, and they were probably 3 to 4 months old. And then every day I went down, there were 2 dead ones until there were 2 left. Till there were 2 left, and the 2 that lived, they lived. But I mean, I lost 23 out of 25 over the course of 8 days.
I hate losing fish.
Look at that. Rob got 56 stir-buy eggs yesterday.
That's very cool. I had a really nice albino stir-by spawn, I don't know, back in June, and I dropped the ball on it about, I don't know, 3 or 4 days in. No, they hatched. In 3 days, they all hatched. There was probably 60 of them. And about 3 days later, I dropped the ball. The water went foul, and you know, just.
It doesn't take long.
No, I got 2 out of the deal. So they grew up. They were almost an inch, and I ended up putting them in with, you know, where they came from, the parents they came from. So now I've got 8 albinos. And then I had another spawn a couple of weeks ago, first part of the month, and they laid some on the glass, and they got those right away. Because I didn't know that, you know, I didn't know what was going on. And then I did notice some on a Java fern leaf, so I pulled that off and dropped it in a fry tray. One of those, what's his name, Lowell's Fish Lab fry trays, with some little albino crebensis that I just sucked out of the parent tank so they wouldn't eat them. And I don't think they were big enough to eat the eggs, so I think they hatched out in about 3 days. So I might have a few more albino cories in there, which would be nice. Trying to build that population a little bit.
I do not struggle with fry from my emerald cories. I do not struggle with fry from my bronze cories, but I do struggle with fry from my albinos and from my stir-bys. And I have tried every method I can think of and heard about with those stir-by fry. I'll get 20 to 40 eggs. Yeah. And sometimes right now, out of a batch of like 15 or 20 eggs, I've got 1 fry left in there.
Oh, wow.
But other times I'll have 10 to 15 fry, but I've never had a really, really good production off of them. I had a huge egg lay of like 50 eggs. I pulled them all and I said, I'm going to try something absolutely different. I put them all in a flow through grow out tray and did not get 1 fry out of them.
Oh, wow.
If anybody would like to join these gentlemen, sorry, one second. Let's put this link down. If anybody would like to join the panel with these gentlemen, go ahead and click that link.
Oh, cool.
And because in a few minutes, I'm going to be over there painting that tank. I got my phone set up over there, so I'll be off here and I'll be over there.
And then Jeff's twin will be here.
Yep, Jeff's twin, yep.
Yeah, usually I'll start my eggs in a Tupperware container with some methylene blue.
Oh, all right.
And I'll do water changes twice a day on them.
Yeah.
And then after about 2 to 4 weeks, then I'll put them in another container with flow through, so I don't have to keep changing the water.
Right.
But
yeah, my first batch of. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
My first batch of the bronze cories, they laid eggs, a few on the glass. Most of them were on Amazon sword leaves, so I just cut the leaves off and I dropped them in one of those, you know, round, flat-sided fish bowls with an air stone. And it was, I had a 20-gallon tank that I was breeding some bettas in. I used that fish bowl for the female at first. So they had just laid their eggs. She was gone. And I took the eggs and dropped them into that fish bowl with an air stone. I probably put a little methylene blue in. In about 3 days, there's fry everywhere. So I left them in there, and I siphon out a little water and just kind of do partial water change on it for about, another 2 weeks. And then, God, I don't remember what I did. Oh, I think at some point they were big enough. The male was out. The male betta was out. The fry betta were free swimming. So I just dumped the free swimming cories, the bronze cories, in with the betta fry, and they grew up together. In fact, they're still together.
Huh.
So I got about 30 of each in a 29-gallon. So kind of a weird combination, but you know, it's a mix of bettas and a mix of bronze cories, and that worked really well. But I haven't, I guess everything I've seen, heard, cories almost need some sort of a weather thing to cause them to spawn. And being here in the desert, we don't get a lot of storms coming through, a lot of, barometric drops, low pressure drops. And that last spawn that I screwed up, that's exactly what happened. It was early June. It looked like we were getting a monsoon coming through. They started spawning. And that's the one I dropped the ball on. So
Yeah,
maybe we'll start getting some.
my bronze and my stir-by, I guess I could say it's weather related, but it has been a really dry 3 weeks for us, but that's the longest stretch it's ever been. But I'm really pushing on some of my other species of cories, adding flow, adding mops,
Sure.
temperature swings, all kinds of stuff, trying to get, because I've got pandas that I haven't been able to get to spawn yet,
Right.
some half blacks, and of course the equus, which everyone struggles with. So
yeah. So do you do? That's another one I heard was water changes every day for a week, like a 50% water change. And then I watch a lot of Keeping Fish Simple, and that's one of his things. And,
right.
and then he also says after the water change, feed them with I think frozen bloodworms or something like that to condition them for about a week or so, and then they should spawn. I did that for 8 or 10 days in a row and nothing. I just gave up on it because it was a lot.
Yeah, Craig's catfish. Craig thinks that spawning is 90% food.
Yeah.
But my cories, the ones that I want to keep breeding, I'll feed those bloodworms 3 to 4 times a week, frozen bloodworms.
Yeah.
And all my tanks, well, I just kind of changed this, but all my tanks were getting baby brine shrimp every day.
Yeah.
So now I've cut that back to every other day just to try and vary the diet more with the fish.
Right.
So we'll see if that changes things a little bit. As far as the water changes go, I had hit those pandas and half blacks and equus. I went for a little over a week doing a water change every day, if not every other day sometimes. And nothing changed. So
right.
I don't know if I need to get some RO water to do those water changes with. That might be the thing. My pH might be a little bit high on.
Yeah.
If I put some RO water in there for the water change, that might get it to happen.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. We have high pH here. It's about 7.5. I know catfish like worms.
Yeah, we're about 7.8. Yeah.
Oh, really? 7.8.
There's just so many things. Yeah, 7.8 to 8. Yeah.
Wow.
There's just so many things you can do.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Jeff, it looks like Skipper wants in.
Hey, Jeff, why don't you paint the inside of that tank?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Hey, Jeff, did you hear me?
Yeah.
I think Skipper wants in.
Oh, does he? Hold on 1 second, Skip.
Yep.
Wait, do we get to vote on that?
Oh, you do? Should we?
Maybe we should.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't see you down there.
You don't get to vote.
You don't get to vote. This is a dictatorship. Jeff is in charge.
What's up?
You got me intrigued on talking about breeding cories.
Oh yeah, bring it on.
I am here to learn.
Now, one of the things that I've learned with some of mine, weather does have a lot to do with it, but there's other ways you can trick them to do it too. With my black Schultz eyes, I was having trouble getting them to breed. Hello, everybody in chat. One of the things I found out doing was not doing a water change for a while. Let it get dirty.
Oh.
What that does is it simulates the dry season. Because whenever the spring hits, a lot of times you get a lot of water, and it comes in and they start breeding then too.
Right.
Sometimes that helps, but the problem is every cory Doris is different. Once you figure it out, you got to write it down.
Yeah.
Equis, yeah, I've never had them before, but I've had plenty of friends that have, and they can't get them to breed neither. I don't know what the trick is. I wish I was able to help you with that one.
Well, I did, and I was talking to Jeff Kane when I was doing this, and we went over a couple things. But I did one really hard effort at getting those to spawn, and I let that. They're in a 20-gallon tall, and I let that 20-gallon tall evaporate all the way down to halfway. And then I went and got. I don't have an RO, so I went and bought distilled water, and I added like 2 gallons of distilled water for like 4 days in a row. And
Did you chill it?
I waited for a barometric pressure change, and I got nothing out of them. So
Did you chill the water, Dave?
I did not. I had it sitting on my concrete basement floor, which probably put it at about 68 degrees.
Okay, yeah, all right. Because out of the tap here, it's been coming out about 78.
Yeah, ours is about 75. Well, actually, I've got my whole basement on a thermostatic valve, so that comes out at like 75 to 76 degrees
All right, yeah.
all the time. So
Yeah. Interesting. Now, how about another one I had heard was when you've got cories in one tank, they're actually spawning. They're releasing some hormones in the tank. Take that water and put it in another tank with other cories to trigger a spawn.
Oh, I did that too with the Equits when I did that.
Yeah.
I took about a gallon of water out of my spawning stir-by tank and put it in their tank.
And still
So
not.
I tried to cover as many things as possible for the 2-week period. I pushed really hard. But Equus, again, in a category all of their own, from what I understand.
A key that I was taught and that I'm going to try with pandas is moss.
Oh, they'll lay their eggs in the moss?
Yeah, they love that cover with the moss. That comes from Goat's Flow Aquatics. And also Foxy.
Foxy said she uses that yarn.
Yeah,
Now
well, I bought some of them and I want to try it too.
That fluffy yarn?
Yeah, I can run and grab it real quick and show you it.
Yeah, I did. I bought some too.
Oh,
The day after she talked about it on her stream,
It's
I bought
called
it.
eyelash yarn.
That's right, eyelash. Yeah.
And so that's a trick with them because they like to intermingle and all that stuff.
So they didn't have it. They didn't have it in dark green though, so I got brown.
Yeah, I can't. Mine might be a lighter green.
Yeah, there was a lighter green I saw, and I actually think I got both. I got the light green and the brown. I figure, what the heck? I'll just make 2 mops and lay them in there. And
or you could mix them.
Oh, that's true. So, and also, the pandas she said they lay on the ground, right, to drop those mops on the floor of the tank. Right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: you could float them and drop them, and then they'll figure out which one they like the best.
Yeah, try them both. Now, do you think those pandas need flow?
Probably just like a regular sponge filter flow. I think that's all they have in their tanks. They don't have a hang on the back or anything like that.
You got vertical flow, or do you have a hook on your top of your discharge to get some flow? You put an elbow on the top or anything?
No, theirs are straight.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I did throw I threw a, what do you call the flow makers, whatever the heck they're called.
Oh,
I threw it in there, and the doggone thing suction cup won't hold it, so every time I go in there, it's laying on the bottom of the tank and blowing in a different direction. So
most of those wave makers are magnetized, though. They have like a magnet on the outside and on the inside.
Not the Amazon ones I got. We know what that means.
Yeah, that's like the Marine Land ones that I got. They're cheap. They got the suction on them. I haven't had a chance to use them yet, but
Maybe you can buy a couple sets of magnets and silicone one to the back of the wave maker, and that way you can just stick it.
I might do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got one coat on there. I'm going to do the other one after the stream. I think it looks pretty good right there with one coat, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Took me all of about 10 minutes.
Well, just the latex paint, Jeff?
It is. Let me get it here. It's the Rust-Oleum, I know.
Oh.
It's called
It's just water base.
Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Premium Latex Paint.
Yeah, all right. So it cleans up
How
with water.
How much was that container?
I
Do you
got
remember?
this is about a year old. I bought it about a year ago, right? I think it was about $6.
So it's 30% more right now.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Gallon of
Yeah.
paint, house paint now is what, about $80?
This little thing right here does the
Good
whole.
paint. Yeah, good paint.
Yeah. I used to paint houses for a living, and it was, you could buy a good gallon of paint for about $25.
Yep.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, when I started remodeling my house 20 years ago, everything was cheap. I should have finished it then.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, we just did a remodel. We just moved into this house. It'll be 2 years in January. And last year through the summer, we did a remodel on one end of the house that, God, I can't believe how much it had gone up from. We'd done a couple flips before the world ended.
You're muted, Jeff.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So Stillwater said some quarries lay their eggs under the sand.
You are muted, Jeff. You're still muted.
Still muted.
There we
There
go.
you go.
There we go. Still Jeff.
They lay their eggs in the sand?
I'd be interested to know what species he's experienced
Yeah.
that with.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that. Not saying that it. I mean, it could happen. I mean, there's so many different types of quarries. It's not funny.
So, yeah, somebody's saying their pandas don't like floating moss. They like Christmas moss. So I'm guessing just Christmas moss stuck to the bottom of the tank, floating on the bottom of the tank. They'll lay in it like other egg scatterers, or
Well, that would make sense with what Foxy said about her pandas.
okay.
She said they were laying in that eyelash yarn that was sitting on the bottom of her tank. So
Interesting. I've got some pandas. Maybe I've had them for about a year now, so maybe I don't know if they're mature enough yet, but
yeah, I got a bunch from Jeff Kane, and he thought they were old enough to spawn, but they have not spawned yet.
yeah.
But he's the one that told me to. Well, and he even said, like you said, Skipper, that he thought that just the turbulation from a sponge filter would be enough.
Yeah.
But I've got a mop on the floor in there, a mop on floating. The floating mop is hanging right next to the top of the sponge filter, but still nothing. So,
Huh.
Yeah,
I got to make up those eyelash mop ones.
because that would emulate the Christmas moss type too.
Correct, right? Yeah,
Eyelash yarn.
yeah.
What do you call an eyelash mop?
So
that a
it's yarn. I'll grab a piece of it.
Yeah,
All right,
great.
thank you.
Yeah,
Was just a really, really fine yarn?
it's a fluffy yarn. I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
it's weird. It's a fluffy yarn.
All right.
My concern would be finding the eggs in it.
Yeah. Well, do you need to? I mean, can you just pull them out and drop them in another tank and let them hatch out of the yarn?
I guess you could.
Seems like
I
it'd
mean,
be
I guess, yeah, if you got to the point where, I mean, I don't know, because I haven't had any luck when I don't use methylene blue. So
Uh-huh.
how much, even if you dropped them in a 5-gallon tank, how much methylene blue would you have to put in there? Just a couple drops still? Yeah, that's, yeah, it's flat. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
And just
it's
what, a
like-
lot of it? Just
So-
throw a lot?
I would make
I was-
it like you're doing regular spawning walk.
Okay.
Yep.
But just tie it to a rock.
All right.
Yeah, I was just going to wrap a book again, just do it like I do with my other ones. And I usually
Yeah.
just wrap a plant weight
Yeah.
right around the middle of them and drop them
Yeah.
in the tank.
That's what I was going to do. So you were saying about using methylene blue.
Yep.
I have had a high success rate with hydrogen peroxide.
Really?
So how I found that out was through Dan's Fish. Because I tried the methylene blue, it wasn't working for me, and I wanted to try something where I could keep seeing the eggs and watch the development. Because a lot of that, when you use methylene blue, it kind of darkens it up. a
Yep.
little bit.
Stains the eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, and it stains the eggs. Well, so what I was searching for it, and it popped in my head that Dan's Fish had put is Aeneas Corey's, the albinos. And what he did was he just put drops of water in it. But what I was doing along with that was I used tank water, not regular water. So, so how I did it was whatever tank that them eggs came out of, that's the water I used.
Right.
Yes.
And like a deli cup or something like this.
All right.
Exactly. Yep.
And then once it was filled up, I'd put, I don't know, 5 or 6 drops from a pipette in.
Of hydrogen peroxide.
Yes.
Okay.
And I actually did that every day. I did a water change. And it worked for me.
Yeah.
So I'll have those containers just like yours, maybe a little bit bigger, who knows. But
Yeah.
I would do a 50% water change morning and night on those. And I would only do that initial dose of methylene blue. So by day 3, when they start hatching, that methylene blue is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the hydrogen peroxide you would add, obviously not after they hatch, right?
No.
Yeah. So
So
you would add that every day, every water change.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I only did a 50% water change, I would cut it in half. So, and then whenever I noticed they were getting ready to hatch, I did a water change that did not add any into it.
Okay.
Hydrogen peroxide is going to evaporate anyways, essentially.
Right. And so the methylene blue, that's only going to stain the infertile eggs, right?
Yes,
That's not
it will.
It won't stain the live eggs.
So
No.
it does turn them blue.
Yeah, I think it turns them all blue. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's a darker blue. So, you know, and another thing I did with the infertile eggs, I got them out. Every time I found them, I
Right.
pulled them out. Because that's how you get your fungus.
Right.
And it did really well for me with the black Schultz eyes, the longfin paleotis, and the longfin Aeneas that I bred, and my barbatus.
What? So you say black Schultz eye. So I picked up, I think like last October at an auction. They were listed as Schultz eyes, but they're not black. They're speckled. Are there more than one Schultz eye?
I'm not sure about that.
Schwartz eye. Schultz. There's Schwartz.
Yeah.
They Schwartz eye.
Yeah, that's different.
All right. So there's Schwartz eye and Schultz eye.
So they used to be called black Venezuelans.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, the Schultz eyes, right?
They renamed them to black Schultz eyes.
Okay. Still a lot of people calling them black Venezuelans.
Well, yeah. Because I've actually got a black one out of red Venezuelans and bred in a tank. So it's just to me, it's just something that you're going to breed out. You know what I mean? To get them. Yeah, red Venezuelans I used to have, they bred in a tank that I had moss in and didn't know there was babies, and this one popped out. I was like, that wasn't in there before. And it was dark. I mean, dark.
My albino Corey, that I struggled getting eggs to go from them, but it's funny because like every 2 or 3 months I'll see a small one in there and I'm like, how'd you survive? I can't get the eggs to do me any good, but yet a couple will show up every 3 or 4 months and I'm like, how'd you guys make it?
I got 4 false Julies by surprise. It's a great surprise.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just all of a sudden, I had pulled some plants out of one tank that the adults were in and put them in another tank, little farm tank I had going. And next thing I know, and it's probably a month or 2 later, and I'm seeing these little bitty false Julie Corys swimming around there. And so I guess the eggs transferred, they were stuck to leaves of the plants that I'd moved.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I've done that.
Yeah.
I've got a Corey. I got a stir-by in a tank that is nowhere near any other stir-bys, and all I can figure is I must have moved some plants around at some point and got an egg over there.
Yeah. What a great surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to lurk. I understand that. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Greg.
We got to get him on for another tour sometime when he's got time. And I tell you what, he's got some fish that just knock your socks off. They're so nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm always amazed every time I see him.
I've streamed with him before. Wow. Oh, years ago on the Aquatic Morning Show, he was up on there a couple times. Oh yeah, them orange Venezuelans, man, they're nice too.
Are those the ones? Are those the ones that look like the Equus? No, is that them?
Yeah, they call them the poor man's Equus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the Venezuelan, orange Venezuelan.
You got to watch getting them though, because I saw them at a pet store, and they were labeled orange Venezuelans when they were clearly red Venezuelans.
Did they have a different black pattern on them? The reds and the orange? Because don't the oranges have that saddle on them like the Equus do?
I'm going to have to look.
Well, hurry up, Skipper. We're all waiting.
Oh, you're going to have to wait a second.
No, I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah, they do. They have a saddle, but the red Venezuelans have the same saddle too.
Oh. Every time I go into, we have Pet Supplies Plus, our Petco is farther away, so I don't go out to that one, but I browse their tanks all the time. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, because at some point I'm going to find something that is listed wrong and I'm going to want it.
Yeah.
I found Hillstream loaches at Petco. They were $6 a piece. Reticulated Hillstream loaches. I didn't have any because my cat food.
Oh wow.
$6 a piece.
Yeah, I know that Jeff Kane has picked up some Corys that were probably $10 to $15 Corys, and they were in there labeled as assorted Corys, $4.98 a piece.
Take them all.
You can find diamonds along that broken glass. I tell you what, you just look real close. You might find something.
Yeah.
So I did that with the blue spotted Corys. They had them labeled as puncture Corys, and they were not them at all, which is punctatus Corys. And I was like, nah. I was talking to the lady. I said, do me a favor and bag them really quick.
Yeah, all of them.
Labeled them, and I told her what they really was, and she's like, "Are you serious?" I'll show you on my phone. And it was at Petco, and I still have it.
I've had lousy luck with fish at the local Petco.
I have had worse luck at my LFS than I have.
Oh, really? Yeah. I've had some problems at my local too. Yeah.
Oh, the LFS I go to, she quarantines her fish before she sells them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
She will not. She does that all the time. She will not sell you a fish until.
Hi, Christine.
Hello, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I take my fish to the local fish store, they just go straight from my bags into her tanks. So I don't know if she has that much faith in me or if that's what she does with everything. So
went to another LFS, and he pretty much did the same thing. He brought stuff in and said, "Hey, they're for sale. They're this price." And I asked him. I said, "They were still in the bag." You know, he did. He handed me the bag they came in.
Oh boy. Well, at least you'll know they'll be quarantined then.
Yeah. I bought 5 koi angels from the local PetSmart the other day, and they're sitting in they're small. They're maybe the size of a quarter. So they're sitting on their own little 5-gallon tank with some guppy grass and getting baby brine shrimp every day. So
I stopped in there today, and they had those too. There was 3 of them. They were larger. They were $10 a piece.
Oh, these were $12.99.
Oh, dang.
Southern California prices,
Well, yeah. I've been there. I know.
Yeah. Where are you at, Skipper?
Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, but I visited Huntington Beach out there at the beginning of the year.
We used to live right up the street in Westminster.
Come and join us.
Yeah. Now we're in Palm Desert by Palm Springs.
Well, and I met
George,
Aqua
you know George?
out there.
Say again.
Aqua Balls lives out there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Out
Oh,
behind
very
the
cool.
beach.
Yeah.
They had a, oh man, I almost bought it today. And then I did my research before I bought it. They had a spotted sailfin pleco. And they get about 12 inches. It was $15.99. Almost
Wow.
plugged. Then I was like, well, that's going to be a little bit bigger than what needs to be in a 75, so I left it.
I tell you,
Yeah.
That was so close.
there's so many of those plecos that I think look amazing, but it's just like, I don't want any part of them. They get too big.
Yeah. I've got.
I mean, when I told my LFS what I was doing, I told her I was going to do Corys. I wanted to get into some plecos. And she said to me, she said, you got to breed gold nugget plecos. And I looked those up and I'm like, yeah, those are gorgeous, but they get to be like 16 inches.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be selling those to people.
No, those are the ones people release into local waterways and they become invasive.
Our Petco had Pacu, the little red belly Pacus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want one.
Pacus will get a foot
24
long.
inches.
Pacus will get
24 inches.
they'll
Yeah.
get like 30 inches long, those Pacus.
And I had one and I want another one.
I bought
fish
one
was so
years ago, and I swear to God, it was actually a red belly piranha that got through. I've heard they do. They quarantine them. They try because they run together in nature. And I don't know if this is true or not, but that's what they were telling me. They run together in nature. They quarantine them all and try and pull out the piranhas. And I think I got one. A buddy of mine stuck his arm in the tank one time, and this thing took a chunk out of his hand. So,
well, that's his own fault.
it is indeed. I don't know if Pacus would do that. I'd throw goldfish at him. Do they? And he would grab a goldfish from one end, close his mouth, and the other half would just float away. So they're razor sharp teeth. They interlocked really well.
Love sitting in that. Yeah, he would crunch walnuts. He would.
Yeah, they're vegetarian too.
Yeah, yep. And I just love throwing nuts in there.
Yeah, they've got those really sharp teeth, so they can eat fruit. So I'd feed them pieces of fruit, zucchini, cucumber, stuff like that. Just take bites out of that, and loved it. So I don't remember what I did with it. I must have given it away because it was just too much fish for too little tank.
Yeah, I was in the process of laying out I was going to build a 400-gallon tank for it, and I treated the tank improperly, and he was floating the next day.
Oh.
He was 12 inches long, 12 inches high, and weighed 5 pounds.
Holy mackerel!
You know what monster fish I'd like to get someday is one of those giant gouramis.
Really?
Yep. I'd love to have one of those giant gouramis. They're cool.
They're ugly.
Yeah.
Beauties.
Wow.
All fish are good. Just some are nicer than others,
When I was out there in California, with me, Dr. Anthony was taking me and my wife around to fish stores. We went into this one that was shady. Okay, it was in the corner of the light is on now. That got me. It was in the corner, and we go in there, and he had this big tank, and it had one of them gouramis you're talking about. I said, "Boy, that's only a face a mother could love."
Yeah.
I said, I'm good.
Yeah, it's like those Sphinx cats. The hairless ones. They look kind of weird. I love those too.
Oh, jeez.
See, you're a creepy dude then, because them think my cousin had one. I looked at her. I said, "What's wrong with you?"
Those things should just be dropped right off at the Chinese restaurant.
Oh no! Come on.
And they're evil, man. They're evil. And I'm not just talking about looking. I mean, this cat was vicious.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see here.
Green Severums.
Ooh.
I got them. Now, there's different types, right? Because don't they call them, we said it before about something, the poor man's discus?
Yep, I've heard it. I heard that terminology before.
What, for Severums?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're nice
Yeah.
fish.
I got
Yeah.
a buddy of mine that wants to buy some. Yeah, George, I'm going to be doing that here soon myself.
Well, those are pretty.
I got to do some. I got to do some work. I got to do some water changes later.
I
I got to help my wife finish canning tomatoes.
Oh, very cool.
Oh yeah, stewed tomatoes, right?
Yeah, we did a couple of Italian seasoned ones. We made some chili sauce last night.
All right.
Wow, that
use
came out
tomatoes to make-
amazing.
Nice.
When I make a big pot of chili,
Yeah.
I use those tomatoes in it.
I told you, Jeff, that I put that chili sauce on my cheddar brats today for lunch.
Ooh,
It
yeah.
was really, really good.
Oh, I know it was. I'm gonna have to go get a pizza after this.
We
It's a
made,
hot one, June. How hot is it where you're at right now?
we made salsa one year from scratch. We went to a down in Lancaster where the Amish are to like one of their food place, their markets.
Yeah.
We got a crap ton of stuff, brought it back, cooked it all up in a black kettle, and then we canned it. Oh man, I gotta figure out that recipe because I'm telling you, that was the best salsa I ever had in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. We made salsa once. We used to do spaghetti sauce, but it just takes forever to cook it down. But we
Why
made
it's so damn
we made salsa one year, and I made the mistake of not tasting it before we canned it,
Yeah.
and it was a major disappointment. I mean, I used it all up because every time I made chili, I just dumped a can of it in the chili.
Oh
But
yeah,
I didn't make it right. I don't know what I did, but
you
I
probably
always
need to-
taste things now.
Yeah,
I don't know why I
I
didn't even
did,
think about it.
I did peppers and onions the other night. I cleaned my garden out.
Oh yeah, pepper relish.
And-
We do that every year.
Well, all I did was I used the food processor to slice them up, not froze them,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then
So
we'll use that for whatever.
whatever, put it on pizzas or
Ooh, 240.
whatever.
And what I did was I mixed it, so that way I didn't have to have too many bags to vacuum seal.
Yeah, right.
Hey, nice, George. You got a 240 gallon. Woo, that'd be a sweet tank. Is that
Oh, it is.
I gotta figure out.
I've been to George's fishery, man. It's amazing. Oh,
I've seen it. I know it's got to look better in person, but it looks great on video too.
oh yeah.
Absolutely. Since I joined, I don't know why. because David talking about food. That's
I'll talk about food whenever. I don't care.
Yep.
I love food.
and watching videos.
Bring on the food talk, because anything I can learn different and new to try, I love it.
Let's see, other two boys
Oh.
look great naked. He says the 240s look great naked.
He must have changed it up. You're gonna have to do a video then, George. Do a tour of it since you changed it up.
Yeah.
He was talking about that while I was down there.
We need to do a live tour, George, when you get time. I changed everything. If you down here again, stop by. Yes. We had him. When was that? Last night or the night before? George came on and showed some stuff. He was busy, but he showed us a bunch of stuff. In his, he's got his. I don't keep saltwater, but he's got a beautiful saltwater tank.
That was on. Yeah, you did that stream, right, Jeff? That was your stream.
Yep.
And he came on. Yeah.
Yep. Really
That's
nice. He's
Yep.
got some great fish.
Yeah. Oh, he was cooking that night.
Yeah, he's cooking on the
He was
grill.
barbecuing wings. Yeah.
Yep, with the wings.
He loves cooking.
That sounds good too.
Hey, a good fish keeper loves cooking.
Oh yeah.
They just go together.
It does.
I can't eat bluegill anymore though,
Why not?
because I had one as a pet and I can't do it anymore.
Oh, jeez.
I can't. I can't do it.
I'll bet you have a cat. You have cats and you
I
eat
had the fish for
Chinese.
9 years. I had the fish for 9 years and I loved it. It was a nice fish.
Wow.
I can't eat them again. I can eat perch. I never had a perch. That's good.
You gotta be able to purchase a pet, and you won't be able to eat them ever again.
Oh yeah.
That would be a dream of mine. 1,500-gallon cold water tank with Great Lake,
Oh yeah.
walleye, catfish, channel cats, bass.
I don't know
I
if
could-
you guys watch Aquarium Domain.
No.
Oh boy, I'm putting that channel in chat. He lives in
Cold Water Aquatics.
Yeah, has he been streaming?
Yeah. Last I knew. I mean, it's hard for me to catch his Friday night streams, but
It's normally at 6 p.m.
right. Yes. Yeah. East Coast. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's he at? Is he in Michigan?
Illinois, I think.
Which
Okay.
one's that?
Cold Water Aquatics.
Yeah, it's either Illinois or Ohio, one of the two. Or Indy.
Well, I know Joe. Right. Price tag. He's in Ohio.
He does his on Friday, right at 6.
Cold Water Aquatics. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know his first name.
Oh, I should remember it. I can't remember it.
Me too.
Don't
Yeah.
know.
Because you always hear his wife Nessie saying it. Brandon,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Brandon. What?
What's that? What's his
Why did
wife?
I do
His wife used to be a YouTuber, right? Is that what's her name? I remember seeing her having her own
It
channel.
Her screen name was Aquatic Ness.
Aquatic Nest, that's right, yeah. I remember her. I don't know his name though.
I
Brandon.
think it's Brandon.
I think it is. Yeah. It sounds right. We're not both wrong.
There you
The only
go.
Brandon I know is Bewizzle. His name's Brandon too.
It
I
is,
think-
yeah.
I just clicked on that. It said this page isn't available.
Damn it.
Aquarium Domain.
Why am I having... Yeah, it did. Let me do it again.
Yeah.
He's got some whopper tanks, I tell you what.
Yeah, 404 not found.
I'm probably subscribed to him, and
Wonder
there's
why-
a lot of
oh,
channels I'm subscribed to. I
what
don't
it
keep up with.
I mean, he's got some tanks that are about a room size almost, I think. They're big.
Yeah, I've been trying to hook up with him. I hung out with him at the Keystone Clash every couple years in a row, and I think it's that period.
Hmm. Are you going to the Keystone Clash, Skipper?
No, I'm not. It ain't working. It ain't
Do
working.
you usually go, Skipper?
Well, so in 2021, I discovered it through a guy on Facebook, and his YouTube channel is King and Queen Cichlids.
Oh,
And
King and Queen. Oh, yeah, I know them.
yeah, and he used to run it. Okay. And so I started going. Well, whenever I heard about it, and I talked to Scotty and stuff, and I brought in people. I brought 20-some YouTubers in that year. The following year, I think we brought in 40-some. Me and Rico Stan was really doing the promoting it. And then last year, I didn't have to do no promoting it because a lot of people already knew about it, right? So, but this year I'm not going. I was on the senior planning committee for last year and stuff, and for some reason I was taken off of it.
Is Scotty? Does Scotty run that now?
He's ran it since 21.
Oh, okay.
Scotty the Fish Freak, yeah.
I would love to go because I would like to meet people. I'd like to see Rico.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Skipper. I mean, there's a lot of people that I would like to see face to face. I am
Now,
not subscribed.
The Clash is in Pennsylvania, right?
Right. Yeah, I think it's
How
8
far away is
hours.
that from you? Oh, 8 hours?
Yeah, it's all the way on the other side of the state.
Oh, wow. Yikes. It's a long drive.
I'm 3 hours.
Are you north? Are you
No,
up higher in this?
I'm east. You heard of Penn State, right? Penn State
Yeah.
football team.
Yeah, baby. Go. If they get rid of James Franklin, I'd watch him more, but we don't need to get into that.
I'm 45 minutes south of there. Lake
Oh, okay.
Racetown is where I'm at.
All right. Lake
Quite a way
Racetown?
to-
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Big Steve's only 45 minutes away from the Clash.
Wow. We
45
don't do stuff like that out here. There's nothing going on. There was one outside of Phoenix called I can't even remember what it was called back in maybe June, and I went to it, and it was a 2-day thing, and I ended up leaving after the first day. It just
That is
Where's
so
the
weird.
Fin? I hear one called on the West Coast called the Fin Dig.
yeah, that's up in Sacramento, I think.
Yes.
How far
Yeah.
away is that from you?
If I drove, it's an 8-hour drive, maybe a little longer. So, yeah, it's kind of north central part of the state.
I have no understanding why I cannot share his link. That is so weird.
Huh. Let me try. I found him, and apparently I'm subscribed to him.
I was just about to post him.
June says she went to the Fin Dig.
Yeah, I was gonna go, and I thought, geez, I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, there you go. Try those links. They should.
No, it still comes up. It's not working,
404 not found. Yeah.
but it's working. That's so weird.
So his stuff's still there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I went to his page. Yeah.
Oh wait, I got an idea.
Huh. That's bizarre.
Try again. Paste that. Get the dot out of there at the end.
Let me try something. Grab my phone. Be right back.
Why'd you kick out
Nope.
Fisher?
That's not doing it still. Oh, wait a minute.
There's a way.
Maybe get the whole HTTPS crap out of there.
I almost immediately regret doing that tank black because it makes it so dark in there now.
Yeah.
Check your backstage. He fell off for some reason.
Oh, David?
Dave did.
Yeah, I think I told you, Glenn, Jeff, that I used Kathy had this spray stuff, and it would spatter, and it's kind of like a gray, buff, tan, kind of like mixed colors. And she used it to paint these cardboard headstones for Halloween, right? To give it this stone look. So the first 40 breeder I got was a used tank, and it was kind of rough shape. So I resprayed an Aqueon tank. I resprayed the plastic top and bottom with just black paint. And then I spattered the back of the tank with that stuff so you could still see through it a lot. And then I covered the rest of it with black. So it really kind of made a cool, kind of like a faux stone look in the back of the tank. It was kind of neat.
Yes. I'm gonna try and post that link myself here to see if it works.
Yeah.
All right, the one I just posted works. I don't understand what's going on, but it works. The one I just posted works.
Right. Oh, because of the question mark at the end?
No, because it wasn't doing the full one on the computer, but it worked on the.
All right. Yeah. I'm
Does it
there.
work on that one?
Yeah, that one worked.
Oh, good.
Interesting.
That's new for me because
Yeah.
I've been a mod for a while on a bunch of channels and I never had that issue. That's weird.
That is weird.
Huh.
I had to go to my phone and do it.
Oh, interesting.
Well, the stream link, yeah. Here we go. Copied. Here we go. Just gonna paste it. Whoop. There it is.
So,
Here, Joe.
Jeff, should I email you with what I'm going to have for the weekend?
Did you?
No, should I?
Oh, you can just post it in Messenger. Probably easier.
All right, good. I'll do that.
Yeah, just write in that messenger pretty.
Let me figure out what I got, and I'll do that.
Oh, did we lose Dave? Oh, that's David who said that. Oh, yeah, David.
Yeah,
There's the link. Sorry, but I didn't even know to get him in here.
Yeah, Kathleen, you will, because he's
There you are.
Yeah, didn't even notice I was gone, did you, Jeff?
Well, I was with my eyes. Yeah, anything goes, you know.
it must be his hearing too.
Sorry about
because I
that.
told him twice.
Tough room.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Hello, Kathleen. Welcome in.
I felt like Jeff Pelham, fat finger typing. I closed down. I closed all my windows down.
Uh-oh.
If I ever typed a sentence that didn't have at least one typo in it, I'd probably faint. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Terrible. I'm 7 away from 1K, Jeffro. Oh wow.
I found it the same way, Kathleen, and it turned out I was already subscribed to it. So, but I couldn't post the link either.
Yeah,
Okay.
have them do
I
that.
posted it from my phone. I don't get it. I don't understand why it did that.
That's the first time I've ever had a problem sharing a link like that in chat.
He has one of them check marks beside his name when he comes in. I forget what that means. He's been on here for quite some time.
Oh, well, there's a check mark next to stream elements too.
Here. You don't need mine, do you, Jeff?
The check mark and the wrench.
You can drop it in there. Go right ahead, Glenn. Do that. That's cool. Share the live streams, guys. Yes.
Wait, has Glenn hit that 1,000 mark yet? Is that what I saw the other day?
No, it's he's on his way there. I think he's closing in on 800 subs, so he's
Very cool. Yeah,
he's moving pretty fast.
good channel. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go find him. Yeah,
Absolutely. He wants to keep all of them. He's a fish keeper now. All right.
all right.
But we still have time, guys. If anybody out there, you know of anybody who has fish, they want to be on the auction. If they know how to ship, just send them on over, and we'll hook them up. Get them.
And I don't know how to ship, and I did. So
Oh,
Yeah.
you did a great job. You did a great job shipping.
There's Glenn's channel at the bottom for GB Shrimp.
Oh, did you have any issues last
Thanks a lot. I appreciate
weekend, David?
I had no issues.
I'm talking about
The only issue I had was with what?
money.
it was like 93 degrees when they arrived.
no.
Okay.
Or not me?
No, did somebody have an issue?
No, I'm asking because I was going to send an email.
Oh, no.
I never did yet.
I did not have any issues. Everything was smooth. I have not sent out Ginger Graves Corey Doris yet, only because she had asked me if I could do overnight because she said everything takes a day longer.
Yeah.
And they've been in the 90s down there in Alabama. So I checked next day shipping, which was going to be over $80.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And I said, I can't believe you want bronze Corys with an $80 shipping charge.
Yeah,
I said, just
Well-
let me ship them the way I regularly ship them. And if something happens, I will make it right. So
She used to have a crap ton of tanks. She had to move, so she had to get rid of a lot of her fish. This was years ago, and during Saturday, she was explaining that it's making her happy that it's crazy that some of the fish that she loved is coming back up and she's been getting them. She's in
that's good.
a place where she can have her get tanks again.
so are cold packs or hot packs practical? I mean, I know you don't want to use a hot pack right now, but somebody shipped me some plants with a hot pack, and they turned into cooked spinach. I couldn't believe that. But I mean, are cold packs practical right now, or?
Yeah, you can do them, especially whenever you're in these 90s and stuff. You could do it.
It's 106 here.
they don't last over 24 degrees, though, or 24 hours, right? I mean, a cold pack,
I'm not sure.
will they last longer?
I have
Yeah, I
no idea. I've never used one.
I know that Ed's Aquatic Exotics, right, sent me my fish from Jeff's auction, and there was a gel pack in there, but it was 72 degrees. I mean,
Well, at least it's not 100 degrees.
No, yeah, and I mean we're both in Pennsylvania, and I want to
Okay.
think, did his ship? I don't know if they made it to me in a day or not. I was surprised they didn't, because he's right below Pittsburgh, and I'm up in Erie, and those trucks run between Pittsburgh and Erie every day, so
Yeah,
like
yeah,
3 times a day at least.
yeah.
So I
Oh,
would
yeah,
have thought I
but
would have gotten a priority package next day, but
Right.
Oh, you said you're up in Erie? So
yeah,
I've been up there, and I stopped at 2 fish stores up there in the city of Erie, and I thought
I
that
think
one.
there are only 2. I think
Yeah, I think that's
Sea
all.
Cave,
Yeah.
Sea Cave, and Sea Cave's the one on the east side, which is I'm over on the New York border, so Sea Cave's closer to me, and now I'm having a brain freeze on the other one, which is much bigger. It is a everything pet store. Oh, geez, and they are an aquarium co-op affiliate. Yep.
I can't remember the name. Which one had the big fish tank with 3 Maboo puffers in it?
Sea Cave has one with puffers in it. I don't know how many were in it.
I like that one. He also had sharks and everything there.
That's not a big store. Sea Cave's smaller of the 2.
I like that one though.
Getting to know them, they want out.
Whizzle. How you doing, Brandon?
There's Bewizzle. Yeah, the Sea Cave, he told me they want out of it within the next 2 years because he's tired of being married to it 7 days a week.
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah, I mean, although I'm surprised that they are, because well, I mean, I know that I can walk away from my fish room for 2 days and not worry about anything unless I have fry going.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. And they don't breed fish there, so I don't know why they can't walk away from that store for 2 days. But
Hello, Rebecca. Welcome
We're
in.
going to Texas beginning of next month, and I'm going to walk away. So hopefully the fry I have are big enough, and maybe I can get my neighbor to feed him. So
yeah, I won't even, if I know I'm going someplace within the next 30 days, I won't even pull any eggs. I'm like, no way, I'm not even going to do it.
Yeah.
I already had him before we decided we were going. So
He's on his way home from dinner. All right.
we're gonna have him for about we're
Back
gonna
at you,
be
man.
gone for about
Back
5
at you,
days.
brother. All right.
One of the things that I really hate is the day before you leave for a trip, and one of the fish you've been trying to breed, and I swear to you on purpose.
Well, of course, right?
That happened to me once, and I threw the cory eggs in a shrimp tank, come back, and luckily there was fry, but I was like, man, I've done that before with cherry shrimp.
That's funny. What you see, and I tried and Jeff Kane told me this. Jeff Kane believes that cherry shrimp will eat your eggs.
And I've been told that they will eat the dead eggs and leave the live eggs.
I'll eat the fungus.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you
In
watch,
fact, that they'll roll the live eggs and keep them clean.
if you
Oh,
watch,
really?
if you watch Foxy's what'd she call that? My brain ain't working. The egg watch.
The
She
what?
had one- It was called the egg watch. She had it. It was in a tank. It was on the glass, and the shrimp would come over to it, and they would, pick stuff off of it and let it go.
Well, I guess it all depends on how hungry they are, right?
Just feed your fish.
Yeah, feed your fish.
There's
Right,
usually
Jeff Pelham?
in
That's right.
a planted tank, there's usually enough stuff for them to feed on.
Yeah. Especially the well-seasoned tank.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Rob says that he uses them to clean the eggs. They'll clean them up, but they won't eat them. That's what I've read. That's what I've heard.
Now, and what about like a smaller egg, like CPD egg? Think it makes any difference?
That I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I think we were discussing CBD eggs because some red cherry shrimp hopped into my CPD tank. I don't know how they do that, but So now they're getting sucked through my egg collector.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, your shrimp are probably eating your eggs. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
I mean, if they didn't have anything else to eat, if there was nothing in there for them to eat, they might. But
that's true. I'm not feeding that container. So
I've had Amano shrimp and bettas hop tanks, but the Amano shrimp go right up an airline and over, or pothos growing in one tank, hanging into another, go right up over and into another tank.
Oh yeah.
And then I had bettas ended up in my guppy tanks because they're back to back, and I think they saw something they could eat back there and just jump ship.
Oh, they'll jump.
Yeah.
Rob's saying they clean his dwarf rainbow eggs. They're pretty small too. Mm-hmm.
Wait, I saw June say something about she was acclimating something, everything died. Was that shrimp she was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the ones from Mark Shelley. But she did a 10-minute acclimation on them.
Oh, just a drip?
Yeah, 10 minutes. I would do about an hour.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
For meals and probably about 4 or 5 hours for
I was going to say shrimp I will acclimate for many hours.
Yeah, I did 4 hours on that last batch of the green jade.
What shrimp did she get from him? Do you remember, Jeff?
What about the yellow gold, the 24-karat golden bag?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she got the orange lilies too.
Oh, she got them both.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I was going to go through my pumpkin orange tank and pull out some of the lilies that are in there and see if I could start a colony of those. Because I've got some with the bands in them. I'm like, where'd you guys come from?
I love what Glenn's saying here.
Glenn's had a mono ship walking across his.
Yeah, I love that. That's funny. That's just funny. Wow.
I hope he wasn't cooking when they did that.
Yeah, no kidding. They were heading for the door.
And there was a mystery snail on the floor, and it was sliding across the floor.
What, yours? The ones I sent you?
No, at Petco.
Oh.
Made it out of the tank somehow, and it was just kind of because that flues are real shiny floors, and they're just coming right along.
Everyone says those mystery snails will get out of it. I've got many tanks with no lids on them with mystery snails in them, and I've never seen a mystery snail out.
Are they the ones that lay clusters of eggs up out of the water? Is that the mystery? Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I want those.
Oh,
the
rabbit
great. Snails sound cool, but I've got bladder snails and the brown ram's horns, and I would kill to get rid of bladder snails. I know Glenn shared something. I found the link. It's in Europe to get. They look like little tins of Altoid mints, and I was asking if he'd ship them, and they'll kill snails. So it says if you got any snails you want, pull those out because it'll kill the bladder snails. It'll kill ramshorn.
Will it kill shrimp too?
No, it's shrimp and fish safe. Huh. But he said they look too much like little tabs of ecstasy. So he didn't want to ship them to the States. And so I found a guy, a Chinese guy from, I don't know where, on Facebook. I think he might be in China, and maybe he's like where they come from. But he never got back to me. I messaged him. He never got back to me. So, because I'd like to get some of that. I'd love to get rid of the bladder snails.
Maybe it is an ecstasy pill that does it.
It might be. Maybe he's sitting in a Chinese prison somewhere. So.
It could be. Oh my gosh, that'd be nuts. Oh,
yeah.
Could you imagine? Wow.
Yeah. Well, I had I guess Sarah makes a snail trap that I had read good things about.
Yeah.
And I had it in my Amazon cart, and I looked at it today because I was down there pulling snails today, and I'm like, I'm just going to order that thing. So I looked at it today, and it says no longer available.
Oh, no kidding.
How is a Sarah snail trap no longer available?
Maybe it's like a fulfilled by Amazon vendor, and they're out.
Oh, a vendor specific. Yeah, that could be.
So, research it, and it may come up available through a different vendor.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
There's one on eBay. Okay, it looks like a bell that you ring whenever you want service. It's clear. You put food in the middle of it. You just put it at the bottom, and it has a suction cup for the string so it doesn't go floating away or whatever. But it'll go to the bottom. Just put some shrimp food or whatever pellet food that you have in it, and they'll come over to it, and then you just pull it right up out. And there you go.
Big Steve says Big
stopped
Steve said
making
they
it.
stopped making it. Guess I didn't buy it soon enough.
Oh, that's too bad. Maybe they
Yeah,
didn't work.
I did see a couple different ones. The reviews I read on it, I thought were good. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Just
The
that one
SPCA.
is so simple. It's so simple.
Yeah,
It-
copper will kill shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I got copper tape, little strips of copper tape, and I put it across the top of my tanks to
eBay.
keep the snails going from tank to tank, and that works. So, but not in the water because it'll kill the shrimp.
I don't use any chemicals. No hydrogen peroxide. None of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try my Cory eggs in hydrogen peroxide now. So.
No, you're
Well, yeah, like Skipper said, 3 drops.
It works.
really hydrogen peroxide.
Yep.
Wow.
Glenn's saying look at his website for snail traps. You'll get similar in the States. And Rob, what are you saying? That you might be able to get a hold of this guy, Chen Wei?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you please? I think, Rob, it was you that was telling me about it in a stream last week.
Oh, if I could
Glenn.
be duckweed and snail free, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I've just about got the duckweed nailed, but I've been sitting in front of the tank with a shrimp net picking it out. And
I like
no,
to
my
get
wife-
I don't mind the snail so much.
say it again.
Well, I think that the unfortunate thing about wanting to be duckweed free is that you can never order anything from anybody ever again.
You got to quarantine plants too.
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
That's to make sure there's no duckweed that pops up in it. That stuff is evil.
I think you need to quarantine your live streams as well. You can get duckweed through a live stream. I think.
Yeah. You think duckweed just pops out of these things? I'm going to go out in the garage and I'm going to find duckweed and it's all your fault, right?
Yep, I do. Stinking stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, it is.
If I ever catch fish to ship out that has duckweed in the tank, I'll put them in a bucket and wait a good hour or so, and then I'll just scoop all the duckweed off the top.
Yeah. Bratton's saying no planaria will wipe out pest snails. Yeah, but it'll also wipe out shrimp.
No,
No?
I don't think
Oh, I thought
so.
it would.
No, it does not kill shrimp. It's shrimp safe.
Okay, good. I was really concerned about it, and I don't really want planaria in my tanks, but
Rebecca said she's a duckweed fan, right?
yeah, I know some people are, and that's great, but I am not one of them.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing you want to do is go scoop fish for somebody and have duckweed floating all over the place.
Yeah.
Just
I do my
makes a tedious project even harder.
She was saying about the planaria here. You're right, man. I've seen some videos. Matter of fact, Depths Unknown he showed it on one of his Sunday morning live streams. And damn things are big and like had creepy. You think it would just catch a fish and eat it like a fry?
Oh, Bratton Lightcap, hello, welcome in. I didn't see you come in. Sorry about that.
Glenn says they're not making no planaria anymore.
Oh,
Well, I might go buy another bag. Wait, still ready available on Amazon. Yeah, get it while you can. I might grab another bag. I have a bag. Yeah, that stuff worked amazing for me. I used it. I had one tank. I had never seen planaria before, and I had one tank. And then I use half doses for hydra now. If I get a lot of hydra in a tank, I'll just throw in a half a dose of planaria, and usually just one dose does it.
Yeah.
Because I feed so much baby brine shrimp. Every once in a while, I'll have an outbreak of hydra in a tank.
Really?
Which I think you get that through live streams too.
For they coming in the brine shrimp eggs, or?
I don't know where hydra comes from.
Huh.
I don't know. I know that sometimes you get live food. Sometimes it comes in on live food too, I think.
Oh, interesting. And I've heard of leeches coming in on
Leeches
blackworm.
will come in too. Leeches and planaria.
I mean, I only feed flakes and baby brine shrimp and frozen bloodworms. So
Yeah.
I don't know where it
It's
would come
frozen
from.
brine shrimp too.
Do you guys thaw your frozen brine shrimp, or do you just throw your cubes in the tank?
It all depends. If
Yeah.
I'm in a hurry, I just throw them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never thawed it, and then I saw somebody online saying, "Yeah, I soak my frozen cubes in water before I put them in the tank," and I'm like, never seems to affect my fish.
Yeah.
They go
Well,
after it
so-
immediately.
Actually, there's a reason for that. If you ever notice whenever you put it in, it just keeps dropping straight down in that one
Yeah.
spot. If you thaw it out and use your turkey base or whatever you're using, and you squirt it into the water column, it spreads out better to the fish.
Gotcha.
It makes it to the bottom too if you've got bottom
Yeah.
feeders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've got a tank full of crebensis, and when I drop just the frozen cubes in the top, they are on it and it's gone. Nothing hits the bottom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the same thing. I've got that tank full of swordtails. Same thing, and I got a bunch of cory at the bottom there, and I was concerned they're just going to starve to death. So
No,
I started thawing it, and it spreads that way. Both frozen brine and frozen bloodworms, and that way it spreads out in the tank, and they miss a lot of it, and it gets to the bottom. So
That would make sense. I guess most of my cories are species specific tanks, so
yeah.
I don't have a problem feeding them bloodworms. They can get it whenever they get it. So
Oh, so you got nobody on top? No.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think actually I just did that for the first time. I put those Xenotoka Deodry or whatever the heck they are.
Yeah.
I put those in a cory tank. What is it?
Dodroy.
Yeah. I obviously need more tanks.
Yep.
Like do species specific tanks.
But
Yeah,
I was going to think this. So one product, I'm not sure if you use it or not, but that San Francisco Bay brand frozen brine shrimp.
frozen brine.
I stopped using that about 30 years ago because every time I'd feed it to my fish, they'd get parasites
Ooh.
every single time.
Wow.
I never had that.
I don't feed any frozen food no more. I've stopped that a long time ago.
I never had that issue. What I like about San Francisco Bay is they have baby brine shrimp frozen.
Oh, yeah. I saw a guy on YouTube make his own.
Yeah,
Hash
I
them out
watched
and
that
just
video.
lay them in a silicone mold tray, and yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat.
Where do you buy your eggs at?
I don't actually hatch my own. I use that frozen baby brine shrimp, and
Okay.
I get it from Petco, $6.99 a packet. But if you do a big enough order, it'd be cheaper to get it off of Ken's Fish. If you buy it in bulk, because he sells it way cheaper.
Buying frozen food is so expensive to get it shipped. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I buy all my eggs from Brine Shrimp Direct.
Yeah, theirs just got so much shell in it though.
I have no complaints. I buy the 1 pound of the grade A, and
In the
it's
coffee can, right?
yeah, in the coffee can. Right?
Yeah.
It's so much cheaper than
It is.
It is.
so much cheaper.
I don't have time to sit there and do that right now.
Yeah.
I have everything to do it. I might have to get new salt, but
Yeah.
It is. You can't. You have to be on a schedule with it. I mean,
Yeah.
once you get that, whether you're doing a 24 or 36 hours or
I
whatever.
do it every other day. I do it with one hatchery.
Yeah,
I like
do.
the aquarium
I got
co-op
24
eggs.
hours.
I like the aquarium co-op eggs, but that dumbass little can, it's like, it's just a big waste of time and money and weight.
It's a gimmick.
And you can't put the eggs in it because you never get them all back out the way the can's made.
It's like 2 ounces or something, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's expensive as hell, and a lot of it you're paying for that can.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
they really need to just shit can the can.
And that's fine for people that want to hatch baby brine shrimp once a week, once every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm hatching it almost every day, so
it's clean.
I can't.
Like
Yeah.
Aquabell
I
said,
can't.
that Brine Shrimp Direct is a good place to get them. You get a lot more for your money.
Yeah, that's where I
use a lot of their flake food too.
Yeah,
I've been buying a lot of their flake food because it's very reasonably priced. I have had no issues with the fish on it. I'd get like 4 different varieties in 16-ounce containers, and then I just blend them all together, and I'll get the cool color one, the earth one, the brine shrimp flakes, and I'll just mix them all together into one thing. That's through Brine Shrimp Direct.
Well, Ken's Fish has good ones too.
I'll have to look at that. I don't know anything about Ken's Fish.
Oh, they got good food there, David. That's where I get all my flake and stuff from. Good
food. He has these pellets. Now, I bought a bunch of little ones, and this is what I feed my Corys.
All right.
It won't fell. Bloodworms, earthworms, and I forget what the other one is. He has bloodworm pellets, these sticks, so to speak, and then he also has bloodworm or blackworm pellets and blackworm flakes. They go nuts. My Corys get nuts over this stuff. And the Pleckett. And it's cheaper.
What's his shipping like on the frozen food?
You'd have to look it up. It may be different depending on where you live.
I know it's like $6 for the flat rate ground. It's like $6.99 when I get my order. I get usually like a pound or 2 of flake.
Well, the frozen food is going to be different because he ships it in dry ice.
Oh yeah, it's probably going to cost a little more
in the summer, but in the winter.
It'll be.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be cheaper in the wintertime. Order your supply.
Skipper, what's the stuff you were?
So he just has.
It's off of Ken's Fish. It's his.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
They're sticks.
Okay.
Let me look.
Oh, Ken's sticks.
Yeah.
All right.
He's got bits and wafers, crumbles and granules, freeze dried food, Ken's premium flakes. That's probably it.
So he's in Massachusetts.
Again,
the other end of the country. Jeez.
I'm going to call him right now and find out.
Who?
Is he there?
I guess he's got the hotline to Ken's.
Yeah, here's the phone number right here on his website.
I'm on the phone right now with him.
Oh, cool.
He's talking to his people.
Oh, look, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. I want to be able to get 1 pound containers of food.
They're closed right now. Damn it.
They close at 4 Eastern.
Yeah, and it's 5 Eastern right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, that's reasonable. He's got an Ultra Color Max food that is 1 pound for $15.69.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's what you pay for. That's what you pay for 6 or 8 ounces at the pet supply shop. So.
The tropical premium is good. The tropical community flake. That's what I get, and I feed most everything in here with it. And I got the spirulina flake, and then I get the veggie wafers. So they're good.
I feed my Corys the earthworm flake.
Ooh.
Not his earthworm flake. I got a guy at Club that sells bulk earthworm flake.
He has earthworm sticks. Oh, that's what one of them is in there. He has. I swear he has blackworm sticks too.
Yeah. I'm going to spend some time looking at that. I mean, a lot of times it comes down to price, right? I mean.
Oh yeah, shipping for me is a big one.
Shipping for West Coast.
People just charge way too much for a lot of shipping.
A 1 pound thing of Ken's his premium blackworm sticks is $25. But what I did was I got the 1/4 pound ones, about 4 of them, of different ones, and I mixed them together.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So Tubifex, krill, bloodworms.
I like the Tubifex cubes, the freeze dried.
Yeah,
I see that.
I saw Glenn just talking about dog warming stuff for planaria. I've got some of that out in the. Also, I thought I had planaria once upon a time.
You can get that.
Yeah.
You can get that at a pet store, right? Or no, like a farm and Tractor Supply or something.
Yeah, I probably got it online, maybe even Amazon.
Yeah, where you go?
Panicure sounds right. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. Panicure C.
What's up, Pep?
Sorry?
He also has he has brine shrimp flakes too. Like I'm telling you.
Yeah, because I'll get the brine shrimp flakes.
Hello, Mr. Peplin. How you doing? Welcome in. Brian.
Earthworm flakes.
sir.
I'm not sure if he has blackworm. Yep, he got bloodworm flakes, blackworm flakes.
And you said the blackworm sticks also, huh?
Yeah, that's what I got in there. My cords.
Yeah, you like those?
Man. Them cords go nuts, and the plecos do too.
Do those sink, or they take time to sink, or what? Do they sink right away? They take time to sink
right away to the bottom.
Very cool.
And when they're there for a while, they kind of like
expand.
up.
Yeah.
And then it's easier for them to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting. I'll take a look at that. I know catfish like their worms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of. So also on Ken's Fish, you can get it's called mini bloodworms. You got your regular bloodworms, and then he sells. It's from San Francisco Bay, which I'm going to talk to somebody next time I'm up in Texas because I'm tired of not having it.
I'm looking at San Francisco Bay stuff right now.
So it's mini bloodworms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet my corridors would love that.
Yeah, they will. So I had an issue with bloodworms one time with it. They couldn't eat them because they were too big. So I got on here and I saw that he has mini bloodworms for $5.39 a pack. It's 3.5 ounce, and so it's a little bit smaller. But that's the problem with his frozen food. You have to have a 6 pound minimum right now.
They what?
His frozen foods, you got to have a 6 pound minimum for him to.
Oh, gotcha.
For him to ship.
Does he have brine shrimp eggs?
I'm
not finding them.
I don't think he does.
Okay.
I've been getting the frozen bloodworms and frozen brine shrimp from PetSmart, and they're a small bloodworm.
That's where I get my frozen stuff. Pet Supplies
Yeah.
Plus. It's reasonable.
Yeah.
Although I was getting bulk packages from my LFS, but she hasn't asked for any fish, so I haven't been in there to.
So he does sell brine shrimp eggs?
There's a little hatch kit, like a 3 ounce hatch kit. It was the only thing I saw. Does he have them by the pound or anything?
He sells San Francisco brine shrimp egg vial at 6 grams for $4.19, but he also sells decapsulated brine shrimp eggs.
Yeah, I bought a jar of those. I think they're from Turkey, actually. I got them on Amazon, and that's what I've been feeding the fry in my fry tray. Just stick a little paintbrush in it, and then tap it off on the edge. They float, and then they sink, and they love them.
Huh.
So, and it's an easy way. It's easy for my neighbors to do it if we go away, too. Stick it in, tap it a couple of times, and they don't have to try and portion anything out. And it works really well. And I couldn't tell you what the brand is. Maybe I can find it on my Amazon.
So George has good access to get blackworms over there. Obviously, because they're harvested in California, but
yeah, I saw some. Yeah, I know. It was, I don't know. We had the really wet winters or whatever. All the blackworms got flooded out. They were off the market for a couple of years.
Yeah, they were.
But the shipping was ridiculous because it was overnight shipping on, I don't remember how much. And I thought, I just didn't want to mess with it. I thought I had seen somebody, showing how they raise blackworms. They got these long water troughs that just cycle cold or cool water through it. And they got all the blackworms going in a thin layer of sand or gravel. But it was just, I thought it was cost prohibitive shipping.
Well, what comes with them sometimes, right?
Well, the leeches is one thing I'd heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Greg Jones, Ron?
No.
He's got a channel. His name is Greg Jones, and you just type it in the YouTube. He has a video where he cultures his own blackworms. He's got like a big tray. It's like a tray, but he has like little sponge filters in it, and he creates a lot of black worms.
Yeah.
He'll go in there and he'll stir them around to break them apart because they're segmented. Every time they break
Right.
apart, it starts a new worm.
Huh.
Right.
He's got tons of them. If he gets a dead
What?
fish in one of his tanks, he finds a dead fish, he'll throw it in there, and those
Oh,
black
interesting.
worms eat it.
So 1 or 2 G's on Greg at the end. I'll figure it out.
That's GREG.
Okay, good. And so now, do those ever? They're a larvae for what? A soldier fly or?
No. Black worms?
Yeah, they're a larvae for something, aren't they?
No, they're just a worm.
Oh, all right. Okay, I thought they were fly larvae. All right.
Grab his link here.
They're a worm. A lot of people, what they do is they'll do them in like a 10-gallon tank and they'll put it in like sand substrate.
Yes.
And they will put a net down in there that's big enough for the sand to go up and not for the worms.
Yeah.
And they'll do it that way. And I'm gonna tell you what though, once you get leeches, they're hard to get rid of.
Yeah. 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 What do you do there?
There's Greg Jones. I'm going to find the actual video of that black worm culture. It's really cool. I watched the whole thing. He does a good job with it.
So I got to meet him in person this year also up at the NEC, which I need to get a hold of him, see if they're having that again. It was up in Connecticut. That was fun.
Wave to the wife.
Hello, Carolyn.
Hey, back there.
See,
So those decapsulated brine shrimp eggs that I bought from Brine Shrimp Direct, or the brand is Brine Shrimp Direct, they're $24.95 for I think it's 8 ounces on Amazon. So if you search decapsulated brine shrimp eggs, I like them.
this link I'm dropping right now is the actual video where he does the culturing of the black worms. It's really good.
How much was it?
$24.95, and I think it's 8 ounces.
8 ounce of Ken's decapsulated brine shrimp eggs is $17.99.
Oh well, that's a hell of a lot better. Yeah, but
Lasts forever, probably.
this is free delivery. How much is he charging?
Oh, I don't even know. I'd
So
have
it's
to.
probably about the same.
No,
So we're not shopping fish today. We're shopping fish food.
It seems like a little bit of everything, Dave.
Yeah.
You know, that's a great idea for a live stream. I seen it the other day with Stephen P. and it was All Things Fish, Mike,
yes.
and Kelly Foreman. They did a live stream and they go around different places and look at fish food.
Yeah.
They would order their own food and stuff. That was pretty cool. I think that would be a fun one to do. Like we go around and look at fish sometimes, and I think that'd be fun.
He's getting yelled at. I love it.
Is he getting yelled at? Uh-oh.
You've been away too long.
What'd you say? What'd you say it was on Amazon free shipping?
$24.95 for I think it's 8 ounces.
Good night, Glenn. Thank you, my friend. Good night.
It's with shipping is $24.39. So you're only saving cents.
Yeah, on Ken's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I really like it. It's been really good for the fry tray.
I think I'm gonna try that. I also seen he has golden pearls on here too, which is 50 to 100 micron, which is pretty small. 2 ounce jar is $3.99. You can get a quarter pound for $6.49 and a half pound for $11.79.
Okay, what are golden pearls? I've no idea.
It's a small food for them. You can actually hatch them, but
Okay.
But it's a small fish food.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I guess these decapsulated brine shrimp do not hatch.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
For the video record, guys, I was not getting yelled at. All right.
Damn.
The canner was canning, and we needed to verify results. So.
Oh,
So I guess you guys are coming into fall back there, huh? All the gardens are rolling up, and
Yeah, I cleaned them. I'm waiting for the Brussels sprouts. It says I never did them before, like grew them, and
Ooh,
it
I
said
would love
that
that.
you're supposed to wait until the first frost.
yeah,
This
that's where the flavor comes from.
When the hell is that going to happen?
there, that's the actual one for the
We don't do frost
black
here.
bear
Yeah.
nowadays. The other one was stream
Yeah.
air. Sorry about that.
Well, fellas, it was great hanging out with you. I got to go. I'm going to get stuff ready for my kids to get home. My wife's working late, so I got to feed them.
Well, it's
Thank
nice to meet
you
you.
so much. Yeah, come on back here every Wednesday, anytime you want. It's
Wait,
great.
what are you making for dinner?
Oh,
When should we be there?
I'm cheating. I'm actually doing ramen noodles with
Ramen noodles.
Now, listen, I ain't done yet. I'm going to chop up some tenderloin beef that we have and put it in with it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, it was a great pleasure.
You got to add stuff, man.
You got to add
Absolutely.
stuff. Yes, yes.
I lived on ramen for a
Before
lot of
you go,
years.
when is your next auction going to be?
Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to call him today, but it is a benefit auction for the Arcov. It should be October 12th.
October 12th, already.
Yeah, because the weekend before that's the Keystone Clash. Fishtoberfest is actually this weekend in Oregon, Portland. The 12th looked clear, but there's something going on the following weekend, so we're going to have to go with the 12th. And I'm probably going to start it earlier. Depends. I haven't set a time yet. Depends on how many entries we're getting for this because it's a benefit auction. It can go long, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I'll get more details out there.
How does that normally work, Skipper? Would I just donate just everything, shipping and product to Doc?
Yes.
Or what?
No. Just a product.
Just the customers, the buyer still pays the shipping to the.
Yes.
So they're going to pay me. They're going to pay me shipping, but they're going to put the rest of the money into
what we have.
Okay.
So
all right.
It'll go directly to the Arcov.
Okay. All right.
What it's doing, it's helping buy Christmas gifts for the kids down there.
Oh, cool.
And also, if all that's paid for, it'll just put it toward, because it's nonprofit. It's ran by donations. Which I'm planning a trip down there. It's going to have to be 2026, but I'm doing it. I got to see it. And to go out there collecting fish in Peru.
Yeah.
You got to do it. It's a bucket list thing.
Yeah, well, I don't ever plan on getting a passport, so I don't think I can leave the country. Well, I can leave the country, I just can't get back in, right?
You wouldn't be able to leave without it.
Wouldn't be able to leave either.
No.
I'll bet you if I showed up at the border, they'd be happy to see me leave.
They may not let you in on the other side.
Well, that's true. The other country, they won't know enough about me over there.
Yeah.
Well, you can always take a boat from the Gulf of Mexico down to South America and take a heck of a trip down through there, but you ain't getting back into the States.
Grab myself a donkey and just start heading south, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's about almost 5:30, so what we'll probably do is go ahead and wrap it up then, I guess, guys. What do you think?
Sure.
Works.
The reason being is that, like I say, I got to save some hours for the auction this week. So as long as I got a half an hour left over on I can run it as long as I want to because it renews on the 4th. So,
all right.
So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. It's been a great stream. I tell you what.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thanks.
Covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we'll see you all back here next week, Ron. I mean, you got an open invitation. I'll just send you the link.
Sure. I appreciate it.
Yep. And same for everybody else. David, Skipper, you're always welcome. You know that.
Yeah, nice meeting you guys because I haven't seen you face to face ever before.
Nice to meet you, Ron. Yep.
I've heard Skipper and I had no idea who. So perfect. Thanks.
All right. Thanks everybody out in the chat. Everybody,
nice meeting you too, David.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. See y'all.
Being that David always brings up food, don't forget to feed your family. Don't forget to feed your fish. And don't forget to feed your addiction.
Yeah, I'm an embroiderer. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
All
See
right.
you, everybody.
See you
Take
later.
care, everybody.